Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. This is a lame intro, but I am extremely sleepy from the crazy weekend that I had with my son and marching band. So you're going to have to tolerate my little fumbles right now. So if this is your first time here, I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. I'm extremely tired. I feel like I'm 135 years old today. But in this video, we're going to take a quick look at the resolved longshoreman strike here in the United States. So just a couple weeks ago, we had a declaration that there was going to be a longshoreman strike, and everyone was panicking. They started buying toilet paper and paper towels again, which is just absolutely absurd because those are domestically made for the most part. And it was a little bit of a ruckus. The potential strike was resolved very, very quickly. I had one of my wonderful viewers ask if the strike was resolved only to be resumed if Trump wins. So let's take a look at this. So our longshoremen are unionized. So let's see what the crux of the longshoreman issue was. Was it political or was it practical? I'm going to take a look at that. I hope you're all having a great day. Please like, share, and subscribe. King of Pentacles. This was a practical matter as far as I can see so far. We're using the Magicians and Martyrs Tarot. I will put a link, Magicians, Martyrs, and Madmen. I'll put a link in the description of my video for this. Everybody seems to be digging this. So 10 of Swords crossing the King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles is about money, about the quality of contract, the quality of work that we're doing, work-life balance, those kinds of things. But I think this was really about the exchange of money for work, trying to maintain the balance of things that work. Here with the 10 of Swords, we get into strike situations when we have an impasse. This was an impasse. So under the surface, it's going to tell us a lot. Queen of Pentacles, this is about money, boys and girls. I don't think it was really a politically based thing. In the past, 10 of Wands, too much work, not enough money. Up top, what do we get? 6 of Swords, resolution. It was a negotiation that happened. And then we have that Page of Cups. Is it entirely resolved? I don't think so. I think this Page of Cups in reverse means that we're going to get into a situation again. Did they get their heart's desire? Did they get everything they wanted? Not necessarily. Under the surface, King, or how others are seeing that, or how they're seeing themselves. King of Swords, they're ready to negotiate. They have plenty of things. 3 of Wands is how the opposition is seen. We're reading from the perspective of the union and the union bosses at this point. So seeing others as not working together with that 3 of Wands makes a lot of sense because it is always that conflict. I know when I was at university, my father was on the board of my university, and he clashed with the union quite a bit. So, or I should say the board clashed with the union quite a bit. So the star hopes and fears is that they can kind of move this together. In the end, the ultimate outcome here is the Lovers. We are willing to work together for now. So we're going to have a good workable rhythm for now. So let's see. Was there something that went on behind closed doors? Was there something that went on behind closed doors? An agreement. Hold off the strike. And then resume. If Trumpety Trump wins. Ace of Pentacles. There's a little bit of money. 9 of Pentacles. We're going to protect the situation. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Not really working. Page of Swords. Empress in reverse. Dominant. 9 of Wands. You know, I want to say two things here. I want to say that there was a conversation about this, that there was a whisper in someone's ear. It's my favorite thing that my mortgage broker said about the real estate agents when we were buying our house, 'cause we were having some trouble. And he said, I'm going to call them up, I'm going to whisper in their ear, and you're going to get a closing date. And he did, after 3 months of going back and forth. So, this someone had a whisper in their ear. What if we did this? What if we tried to do this? I think the issue is that the union boss, the president of the union, the guy who's negotiating this, he has his own mind. He's not going to be swayed in any kind of direction. The person that will give him the best deal for his people is the person that he is going to work with, the person that he is going to negotiate with. So the powers that be that are in control and have some agency over the situation, he is going to work with them directly. I don't feel that this is really a political thing. This is more of a business thing. And I do think that he is leaning more so toward, really pure business negotiation. Do we get into a pure business negotiation with one side of the equation here in the election? Absolutely. We have somebody who is a businessman who's going to do that. So I do think that there was someone who whispered in his ear and said, hey, maybe we should cause a little bit of a ruckus later on. I don't see fives here. I want to point that out. There are no fives in this spread right here. We have nines. We have an ace. We have a page. You guys who follow me know the aces and pages are very, very similar. Ace, we see the job opportunity. We apply for the job. We send in our CV. Page, we get the job. We are securing that first day of work and we're moving forward with that. So here we have that. The Two of Pentacles, I'm going to go whatever way is logical and takes us all in a proper direction. So that's really what we're looking at here. I don't think we're looking at really somebody who is, towing a party line or anything like that. Is there going to be a resumed strike if Trump is elected? Is there going to be a resumed strike if Trump is elected? Resumed strike if Trump is elected. The Lovers in reverse. There's going to be some discussion about business again. Keep getting this Empress in reverse. We're not taking care of our own. We're not taking care of our own. I do think there's going to be a push for resumed negotiation. There'll be some negotiation that was not settled on this go around when the strike was averted. So there's going to be some resumed negotiation. But I don't think that that's the end of the world. I think this is a condition that we see with different unions and organizations like this. I think we do see continued negotiation for better terms, better wages, better working conditions, those kinds of things. I think we see that continually. And if you're not constantly trying to make your team's circumstance better, then you're not doing your job, in my opinion. So I do think that we get into another negotiation. And that, in terms of free will, in terms of what we see with the tarot, really depends on how someone moves through those discussions. If you have seen my other readings, I do think we're going to go into a bit of a tailspin during peri-election. So I want everybody to buckle up for that. This could potentially be a part of that. That extended dance remix into the new year, into 2025, when there is either a changing of the guard or a changing of some of the guard, depending on which party wins. So I think we have to wait and see. But I do think we get into, the Queen of Swords in this deck is represented by Lizzie Borden. Those of you that don't know Lizzie Borden in other parts of the world, Lizzie Borden was a young woman who was acquitted of the murder of her father and her stepmother. There was great speculation that her and possibly her sister were involved in the murders. You can look it up. There's a little nursery rhyme. Lizzie Borden had an axe. She gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw the job was done, she gave her father 41. So this is cutting off the head of the leadership, the organization that has their boot on your neck, so to speak. There was some dispute between Lizzie Borden and her father about inheritance and access to inherited monies. I understand they were a fairly notable family in terms of finances. So when we are reading tarot with different decks like this, you do have to take that into consideration. Who is represented in the deck? It's one of the reasons I love this deck. It's one of the reasons that I love Tarot of the Divine, which is based on fairy tales, so around the world. So these are, martyrs, magicians, mystical folks, maniacal folks, using all the M words, around the world and throughout history. So we do have to take some of that into consideration. So this makes me think that there's going to be some thwarting of the conditions that are set at this time when the new administration gets in, which makes sense, because if we do get new leadership, we see this in university organizations when there's a new president. We see this in other organizations. For example, our police department here in town just got a new chief of police in the last year. So there are some changes in the department which are beneficial to our police officers, dispatch, and the population for that matter. So, we do see those kinds of things. When you get a new CEO at your company, there is a shifting of focus, of planning, of where the company is going, what the vision of the company is. So with that, I think we're going to see a renegotiation. That is the end statement for this. But I don't think that we're going to see a kerfuffle, if you will. I think we're going to go back into negotiation, and then we'll see how that unfolds. Again, remembering free will depends on how everyone comes to the table. I do think that Trump is a great negotiator with terms like these. Will another party, will the opposition be as successful in negotiating some better terms for the Longshoreman? I don't know. I don't know. It seems, they're throwing a lot of money at things, but they're running out of those dollar bills. So FEMA. I said FEMA. So with that, I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm going to continue with my production this week. As always, I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. It means so much. This is my favorite part of the day. And if you would like to get your own magical reading, there is a link down below. If you would like to join my digital academy, I have courses in there that you can take so you can learn to read cards just like me. You can access that at the link in my about section and also in the description of this video. I hope you have an amazing day. I will see you all in the future.